Welcome back to day 5, finals day of the 2023 Tag World Cup here at the University of Limerick in Ireland. It has been an incredible tournament for all the nations that have descended on the city for this last week. Enjoyed by everyone and played in wonderful spirits by all the countries, all the teams across the different categories. It has also been a tournament of historic success for Great Britain, and I'm pleased to be able to take you through the rundown of all of the finishing positions of our 8 teams over this week. We're going to start with men's 30s. They had an unbeaten start to the tournament. It was an incredible effort by them. Ultimately, though, they came unstuck in their bronze medal match this morning, losing to New Zealand Exiles. While we're on the subject of the men's 30s, this tournament and the way the GB teams have come together and have supported one another match to match and in the marquee and around the pitches has been wonderful to see, and I think it's something that our friend and teammate Sam Winter, who most recently played for men's 30s and then last World Cup for men's open, would have absolutely loved to be a part of and would have loved to have seen. Mixed open next. They had a similar end result to men's 30s. They played a bronze medal match against Ireland this afternoon and they lost that one very narrowly. So they finished 4th, both men's 30s and mixed open finishing 4th. We now have 3 bronze medal winners from this World Cup. Women's 35s, they lost that drop-off match against Ireland in a semi-final last night, but they bounced back this morning in bright sunshine and chilly weather to beat Alliance and claim that bronze medal, the first medal of this campaign for Great Britain. That was followed up by men's 40s. They also came up against Alliance in their bronze medal match and had the same result, winning there. Men's open, after all the who'll they play, who won't they play yesterday, they had a semi-final against Australia. It was an incredible display by the men's open boys, going toe-to-toe with one of the best tag teams in the world. They ultimately weren't able to take out the semi-final, but did bounce back and win the bronze against old rivals Ireland in their final match of the competition. 2 silver medals for Great Britain. The first of those came from mixed seniors. Like men's 30s and men's 40s, they'd had an incredible run to start the competition. They had lost last night to Ireland, which perhaps gave the Irish a bit of confidence going into their semi-final earlier today, but Great Britain thumped the Irish, there's no other way of putting it, before coming up against Australia in the final. They'd beaten Australia earlier in the competition, remember, but unfortunately today they weren't able to repeat that and did go down to the Aussies in that gold medal match. But silver for mixed seniors, as it was for women's open. They were back to full strength today, or close to it, after their injury problems through the tournament and different players being unavailable on certain days. That full strength side got through a nail-biting thriller, winning 1-0 against New Zealand Exiles in the semi-final. They then also faced the Aussies in the final and narrowly lost that one. But 2 silvers for Great Britain for mixed seniors and women's open. Women's 30s have become Great Britain's first ever tag world champions, and we could not be more proud of them here at GBTR. They'd already skipped the semi-final stage by topping their group, and all they needed to do was wait on the outcome of the Irish-Australian semi-final to find out who their opponent would be. It would be the Aussies. They'd beaten them once and lost to them once in the pool stages, and Great Britain came out with an incredible display of skill, athleticism, determination, and they, again, I'm going to have to use that word, thumped the Aussies in their final to be the first ever Tag World Champions from the UK. After that match, we caught up with head coach Mark Ruffsedge and captain Phoebe Robbins to get their thoughts on what this historic success meant and how they had got there after bronze 5 years ago. Great Britain women's 30s were the first team to ever win a medal at a World Cup for GB, as the women's 27s 5 years ago in Coffs Harbour. This year, they got Great Britain's first ever World Cup win over Australia, and after repeating that feat in the final, triumphing 5-1 over the same opponents, they are Great Britain's first ever Tag World Champions. How does it feel, Phoebe?
Oh, Will, it's absolutely unbelievable feeling. I was saying to you earlier, I played in 2013, Australia 2-0 over. They beat us about 40-0, and I'm not probably over-exaggerating that to the slightest. So to come here and after the 2018 World Cup and get bronze and then back it up with a gold is absolutely incredible. We're just absolutely ecstatic, to be honest with you.
You were both there in 2018, you were both involved at that point. It's been a long journey since then. Take us on it.
Oh, I think it's just been incredible. I think back then, obviously, we were elated to get that bronze, and the reality is in that space there's been about 50, 60 women's players have played a part in this today. So we've talked about this being far beyond the 16 and the 20 that got picked for the World Cup. So I can't put into words really how that feels, but yeah, it's been an outstanding journey, and you can see the way the girls are elated there, and I'm delighted for them.
We've already had a bronze in the women's 35s, the women's open there in their final, so gold or silver on the way for them. All three women's teams getting the results at this World Cup. It's a historic day for women's tag, Phoebe.
Yeah, hugely historic. I mean, I came over from Australia in 2012 and I've seen the women's game grow so significantly, particularly over the last couple of years, and I'm just so proud of everyone from Tri-Tag to the players to people who take on coaching roles to push the development of the women's game, and look how successful we've been this World Cup. It's been fantastic, and there's a lot of people that deserve credit for it.
We're all so proud of you, and I know there'll be a lot of people watching along at home, playing in their leagues, a lot of women who will see what you guys have achieved, and it will hopefully be so aspirational for them, and the women's programme will only grow from here. I'm going to give the last word to you. You're the world champs, you deserve it.
Just so proud of the girls, so proud of the team, so proud of the coaching staff. I mean, a massive achievement, and hopefully we'll back it up in 2025 or when the next one is.
Unbelievable, Jeff.
As you can see, the fields behind me are empty. The 2023 Tag World Cup has come to an end. It has been an incredible experience for everyone that has been involved. Players, coaches, managers, staff, and the supporters, of course, who've been packing out the sidelines, cheering their teams on these last few days. Let me bring you up to speed once again with Great Britain's end results. 2 fourths, 3 bronze medals, 2 silver medals, and that gold medal, the world champion women's 30s side. It has been unparalleled success for Great Britain at this World Cup, and we cannot wait to go again and scale even greater heights at the next Tag World Cup. We hope you will join us then, and for all the Great Britain matches and tournaments in the meantime. Thank you for joining us.